doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, they'll go with the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Chiefs at 3 and 6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to air one out. And
He burned for it.
Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Bro.
4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big score like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away, so get him down at about the 17-yard line.
It's all stupid Patrick talk. I hate you, Patrick. I hate you no matter what.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that
and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. Harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal.
Luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because if the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Inside handoff. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head scratcher there.
Oh, my God, my allergies killing me.
Inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Brought down by Willie Gay.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the option right is Fields. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Mahomes takes this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Fields. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing again is Fields.
Oh, come on, man.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well set to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
I missed
This
that
one
hoe.
is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
It's not bad. I am, bro. I ain't gonna even lie.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 26. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Oh, my fucking God.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. All in all, a pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Now Mahomes.
See, that's why I didn't want to go for shit like that. That shit's so great.
This could be a first down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Oh, see, this one like this shit.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today's partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start with the option. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. And he finds Howard complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's putting all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
43.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
That's a kick, bro. Fuck all that damn
I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 of the 4. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Yeah, we ain't worrying about winning, brother.
Well, I'm sleeping. I ain't tripping.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. What a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
One more time with Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Fields now to throw. And that is.
Why would you do a dumbass pass like that? Like, what is going on with this? This nigga did a flick pass.
If they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Oh, fucking allergies.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Huh? What draft he got us doing? I don't even know. I ain't even look at it. 9 times 10, some bullshit. He don't never download no draft though.
The KC offense out of the
He don't be like
for the next
that.
drive. Charles,
Speed
we
and
know
shit
that
coming
this
out
offense
down
is
the room.
aggressive. We
I
saw
don't know what
that
they're
last
doing.
drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first.
Oh my fucking allergies.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good...
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jason Kabinda. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the lead is now 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and that's caught inside.
Come on,
the
Sheffield.
35.
How you going to just let a nigga out?
And all the way in for a
What's the
Kansas
wrong
City
pass, man?
touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. It's Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 47 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, how you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Right side to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And we are inside.
How do they bullet pass everything?
Lopsided affair. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh my God.
Comfortable here, Charles. But that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Touchdown. The Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could expose with the defense. He made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. On the throw, running too much that time. It's incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?
Bro, it's like Justin Fields. Throw the ball. I'm like every pass he throws, it was like short.